And like, look, Jennifer Hutchinson, honey, you've been on here every single year. Look at that. And Andy Hubbard, you too. You guys are pros. So anyway, welcome, to the GGFA webinar about our owners conference for this year. We are very excited and we're very busy. We've got 5 weeks today that we begin. Of course, there's a lot that goes on prior to that time, and you guys will be coming on that Sunday. You've got a lot of information, a lot of instructions from us, and this call really is just to not go over details of what's been sent out from me, or if anything from Deb. Have you seen anything out? You probably haven't yet.
No.
Yeah. So, but most everything's come from me, but you will be hearing from Tara today, actually, if you haven't already. And then Deb will be shoring up the display tables and any other of the logistics that that I don't do. The registration has been open now for some time, along with the hotel reservation. So just make sure that you do both. We do get a copy of the hotel reservation list. So if you're not registered, for the owners conference itself, we need to make sure that both of those things happen. So do you have any comments about that, Deb?
No, I mean, the rooms, the room block does sell out. So we encourage you, if you've completed your registration, take care of that hotel at the same time.
And there's Dana Milkey. Hey, Dana, congratulations. So excited for you. Yeah, we're working together from Deb's computer, and I hate her computer, just so you'll know. It never, there we go. All right, I'm not touching anything again, okay, I promise. So, but yeah, the registration's the easy thing. Also, for registration, you know that you have to register your table. If you want a display table, that's separate. So not many, but there are some suppliers that do not want a display. And then also new this year, if anybody has a peer or somebody that, a colleague that you work with that lives in the area but is not registered to come to the owners conference, but they want to come to the cocktail reception, they can pay a fee to come just to the cocktail reception only. And Tara has, I think she's got that out there too. So all that's out there for your use. That's very few of you guys that do that, but occasionally we'll have people locally that do just want to come to the cocktail reception only. The hotel, again, this is our 3rd year at the Marriott. This particular hotel was affected by Sandy years and years ago, so it was completely remodeled. They do a great job. We love these people. The venue is very nice. It's in downtown, the financial district, so anybody that knows very much about New York and financial district, 5 years ago and longer, nothing was going on, but now it's a happening place with everything that you can even imagine. Like the shopping's amazing. You got everything from medium type of retail up to your very sophisticated, very expensive retail too, along with all the excitement of the Freedom Tower and the Memorial and everything else that goes on down there. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time that my throat is very scratchy today. So Deb is going to probably be doing most of this phone call. So what we'll do too is we'll go through this, and if you will, typically when we're in a room together, we like to get feedback as we go through topics. But for a webinar, we prefer for us to have all the questions at the end. So if you'll just write down your questions or comments that you have, so we can address those after we finish. The speed session request and the process, the schedule, and all that went out last week. I highly recommend, as you know, it's a first come, first serve. And those that do sponsor, and you see this in my message, sponsors of the owners conference do receive priority. And then after that, whoever sends their list in, who gets in the lineup. Very easy to follow, and I know that not everybody has registered that's coming, and that's just, I had a email trail with Tammy from Club OS earlier today, and it's just a chance that you take that there's going to be somebody that may register at the last minute that you really want to see and have a speed session with, and you know, I really want you guys to be successful, and if it's somebody that you really want to see terribly, then we try to make it happen. If not, you know, if we can't, we can't. So just know that we try everything we can do to make sure that you get who you want. But there are certain franchisees, they're always requested in the top 5, and obviously that's just not going to happen. So that's one reason why getting your request in is so important. Deb, do you comment?
Well, I mean, just that we're really excited about this year. The you know, franchisee base is signed up, and we had more today, so we're off registering. So we're off to a great start this week, and we try real hard on our side to get these franchisees to. We know they're coming; they'll tell us they're coming, but just to complete that process. So there'll be, you know, the next time the attendee list goes out to you, you'll see some additional people signed up. So, so they have that opportunity to request those people once that list goes out, right?
Well, they will, but if we can do it, we can do it. Not, can't. Okay, so no promises there.
Sure.
Okay, table display registration process. This is a Deb Hancock thing, because you start asking me about table display and all that kind of stuff, and my eyes start glazing over, and I don't listen to you anymore. So she's the key person to take care of you, make sure all this is taken care of, and that you're happy with your location. And the table display register, in terms of like the outline of that, the overview, went out a couple of weeks ago. Was it last? Yeah, the first time was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I've tried to send out everything each time I email you guys so that you'll have it at your fingertips. But you know, it has come directly from me. But from now on, you'll deal with Deb on the registration and the process. So Deb, you want to take it?
Sure.
From here.
So as Ginger said, you know, first you did your registration and hotel, and the next step is to register for a table display if you want it. As she said, it's optional, and a few suppliers don't really feel the need for one, but most of you do. So you do the, you know, just complete that online portal, $299 fee, and you get a confirmation email from Chera. She confirms that you've asked for a table display. I come in after that to deal with the details. So you have some choices. Most of you will request just a 6-foot by 30-inch straight skirted table. Another option would be for the same amount of space to just have a high boy and a couple of stools to have a place for people to sit and talk to you. And there are suppliers that if they're bringing their own, you know, screen on a stand, that they might just like a high boy, or they could have a small product display that a high boy works best for them. The third option is an absolute equipment display. So there are suppliers that every year really like to do this. It could be a large equipment company, any of you guys that maybe want to bring one piece of equipment, be able to showcase it, and, you know, do some demos during your speed sessions. And it could be a company that not equipment company, but just that you have a product that you really want to be able to demonstrate and have some samples right there. So that is the option. And I talk to each of you via email and phone to get, you know, to make sure we meet your needs with what you want to do. If it involves a large delivery, like equipment or anything large like that, I'm going to introduce you to the hotel staff, and you'll work directly with them, introducing your delivery service to them, and they will let you know which dock, where to deliver, and I'll obtain the hours, the days and hours that they can accept a delivery. This hotel has been fabulous, as Ginger said, and they've allowed some storage space for our suppliers and for our needs. So I'll work with each of you on an individual basis as to what you might need. Also, you know, electricity, water, anything like that, you'll be placing an individual order for your space for those things that you might need. If that helps us, we have a certain amount of space available for these types of displays, and then the rest are the 6-foot tables like we mentioned. The advantage with an equipment display is for your speed sessions, the owners come to you. So like I say, there are some companies that every single year love to do that. So usually, I shouldn't say usually, we've always been able to accommodate every supplier that's requested a special display. So hopefully we'll have enough space to meet everyone's needs again. That's what we want to do. The display space, no matter what it is, needs to look very professional, needs to be very engaging and inviting. You know, we want owners to walk through our event space and have everything looking just beautiful. We want them to be curious and want to approach you, take a look at your display, even if you don't have product displayed there. You know, pop-up banners on top of the table, put your branded overlay over the draped skirt. We can send you pictures of examples, and many of you have been here with us every year, and you know exactly what we're talking about. But two things that would happen where we would remove a table display. One is if you request it and you show up on Sunday and you don't set up your table display, because our staff, when you check in, they will give you the location of your display. If you don't set it up on Sunday by 10 p.m., we're going to pull it. Or if we come in Monday morning, and this is more of a Ginger thing than me, if it looks really puny and there's just a few brochures just laying on a table and it has nothing much on it at all and doesn't look good, we're going to pull it because it just looks like you're not there, you know. So we want it to be, like I say, professional and inviting.
And Deb is so nice. She calls it puny. I would say crappy, or even worse. You just don't have a crappy table. And you guys get that. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Everybody that's on this call, I'm looking at the names. Everybody that's on this call, and I know your companies, and some of you I may not know personally, but I know your companies, and y'all are professionals. You get it. But we have had in the past some really crappy tables, and I'm just saying get rid of it. I'll get rid of them. So don't take it personal. It's just, you know, we care about the appearance of everything, and you know, we care about your appearance too. So
sure,
that's all.
So this week we needed to see enough suppliers requesting the display space for me to dig in and get in touch with y'all. So there's enough now. So this week, if you've requested one, you'll hear from me, and we'll go from there. We'll make it super, you know, simple. So let us know if you have any questions. The next is the prizes and giveaways. This is just something we started years ago because suppliers asked for it and owners love it. I mean, it's a fun and favorite part of the OC. Usually it is on lunch, during the lunchtime on day one. Suppliers that would like to have a prize, a special prize for our raffle drawing, can do so. And as you know, Tara does all of this. She sends out, well, I think it is today, the communication about it. You need to think about it, talk to your team. If you have something you want to give away, you just need to let her know what that is, what it's worth, you know, just answer her questions. And then you've got plenty of time to, you know, to get it together.
What are the difference between prizes and gifts?
Sure, I sure will. So there's two options. The prizes that's something that's a larger gift, and companies, some will do one, or some like to do two drawings. It could be, and it needs to be valued at least $100. It could be something generic, like just a nice gift card. Everybody loves an Amazon card, Amex or MasterCard, or it could be something tied directly to your business and your product, some type of product giveaway.
Last year, somebody gave away a drone. And that was hysterical, actually.
Right.
He had to have his millennial child, you know, help him put it together.
That's funny. And like Ginger says, it could be something that has nothing to do with your business or anything else. It's just some kind of interesting, fun technology. And we've even had companies give away a piece of equipment or something that does involve a delivery or shipment. When Tara sends this out, she's already told you, do not plan to bring your prize to the OC unless it is small, something you can hold at the stage and hand to them, keeping in mind they're probably flying home and we need to fit it in a suitcase. If it's anything larger, you'll want to just follow up and plan a shipping or delivery. That gives you a great opportunity, if they're not your customer already, to follow up with them about that. So those Ginger is at the podium, for the prizes, but we'll line you guys up on that day, and you get to draw the name and hold it up and shake their hand and get your picture taken with them. And we run as many of those as we need to during that lunchtime. What else was I going to say about that? I mean, you'll just need to follow Tara's instructions. She will let you know anything she needs, and you'll need to deliver something. You do need to have something to hold for that photo. So a certificate that shows what it is, or an envelope that looks nice, is a good representation.
And it did go out, so be sure, and it went out to registered people, so and to other key people that we've been emailing to. So make sure that you've got that in your inbox. That's it.
All right, and the smaller things are giveaways. So, a lot of you have really cool branded items, and if you want to ship those or bring them with you, those are great to set up at your table display and give them out to any owners that visit your display, and definitely during your speed sessions. If you are a sponsor, high-level sponsor of the OC, some of the high-level sponsors and the check-in sponsor, they actually get, as their part of their benefit, that our staff will give out your giveaways for you. But we get directly in touch with you all about that.
Hey, Jennifer, at Jennifer Hutchinson, the little the slides for the camera on the computer, ABC gave out a couple of weeks ago at the convention in our business lounge, were a hit. People love those things. So, that's how small that is. It can't even cost 10 cents to make one, but people love those, just as a FYI.
Yeah, you can't bring too many of those. So, like I say, each of us on staff will get directly in touch with you. Once you're registered, then you are on our radar, and we will follow up on display and prizes and giveaways and all of those things. So
let's get to 6.
Yeah, why don't we talk about arrival? So arrival day is Sunday the 22nd of September. Our staff gets there a day ahead of that, and we're fully set up late morning for everyone arriving. We will be at the top of the stairway on the second floor, kind of open balcony area. And so there's a reason we're there to greet everyone. So please be sure to walk up the stairs and check in with our staff. They'll show you the floor plan and where your display is. And even if you don't have a display, you still want to grab your badge and event brochure and get the cheeky details that you'll need to have. You've got, depending on what time you arrive in the afternoon, you've got the rest of the afternoon and evening to make sure your display is set up. If it's an equipment display, there'll be hotel staff there, and we'll make sure that somebody's helping you. Electricity will be installed. Any of those needs that you have will be taken care of. The whole event, many of you know this because this is our 3rd year at this hotel, but it's the 3rd floor of the Marriott downtown. What's nice is it's all for us. It's the elevators open right up to the pre-function area. That's where a lot of our equipment displays will be, and then we have that full ballroom. So it's easy to find all of that. So walk around, get comfortable.
I know there was.
And and then you've got the time. Both bars in the first floor, a great place to run into each other and definitely run into owners. There'll be a lot of arriving owners that day as well. So enjoy your evening. And some of you do have commitments, but most of you just enjoy it. And then bright and early Monday morning, we'll have a great breakfast, and we'll get started. We always get started on time, so don't sleep in. Okay. So is there anything else? I mean, on site, the structure, Ginger's been working on the full-on schedule for the 2 days.
And the schedule, it has been done for some time. It just, just a generalization has been published, but definitely there. Breakfast is served Monday morning at 8 o'clock. We start promptly at 8:30. We have our welcome remarks, and then Pete Moore begins at 8:45, and he goes until 10 o'clock. We have a break then we start speed sessions, break for lunch, go back to speed sessions, And then we have something that we give away every year called the Bravo Award to a franchisee. And then at 2 o'clock, is that what it is? 2 o'clock is when we have our closed door session. And that is with corporate, the first part of it. So you guys will be invited to leave, and that at that time you can do whatever you need to do, because the rest of the afternoon is going to be where the owners are in the ballroom, and like I said, we'll be meeting with GGI in the first part of it, and the second part is GGFA business, along with franchisees and whatever they feel that they want to, whatever discussion they want to have. So, and then just be back in time for the cocktail reception. And everybody kind of walks. It's a really cool, if you haven't been there, it's a really cool bar right there on the Hudson. Absolutely stunning sunset. And it's just casual. Jeans are fine. And just, everything in New York is dressier than LA. But jeans are fine if you want to wear jeans. I wouldn't recommend shorts or anything like that to anything, but that time of year in particular. But it's, it's a casual. So at 2 o'clock, just be prepared to do what you need to do, and you can check your emails or do, visit people, whatever you need to do. And then be back in the bar, Bill's Bar, downstairs around 5:30. That's when people are going to start meeting to walk over to our cocktail reception. Mm-hmm. And day 2, we start promptly again and with breakfast, and we're going to start a little something. We've had idea exchanges in the past couple of years, which we'll have some of that, but it's going to be more of a, instead of an idea exchange, it's going to be more of a problem solving, and you guys are involved in that, so you'll be assigned tables. So plan to do that. Don't plan to escape and take off and do whatever your emails or whatever. We definitely plan for you, because you guys see everything that there is to see out in this world of our club industry. And you have so much to offer in terms of ideas and some good thoughts, and be able to help people answer their questions when they have questions about issues and problems, or even just suggestions. So that's something that's going to be on Tuesday morning, along with a couple other things. And then we should end, because we don't have an election this year, so we'll end around lunch, around noon. So don't put that down as a hard stop, but put it down as about the time to end. And then what time is their breakdown? 1:30?
I think they have until 2:30.
2:30? Yeah, okay. Whatever that time it is. It's in one of the documents that was sent out to you guys. So. All right.
Yeah, I think we're good.
So that's all we have, just, general, and we want to open the floor up now for you guys to be able to talk and either make comments or ask questions.
It'd probably be best if you can raise your hand, and it looks like I'll unmute each person. Since this is a webinar, each person is automatically muted. Okay, here we go. All right, Sarah Harris, you're unmuted.
Yeah, I was just wondering, as far as requesting for the speed sessions, if there's a franchisee that isn't on that registered list, but we have a good idea that they're going to be there, can we put them down on our request list before they're registered?
You can if you want to. That's fine. And I told Tammy earlier in an email today, the next list does not go out until the 28th.
Right.
But we're not going to change an entire flow at all. But if there's somebody that registers that you don't know about, if somebody registers and you think, gee, I really want to see that person, we'll do what we can to accommodate you guys. We're not going to, like I said, if you got 5 or 6 people like, oh, I want these people, that's not going to happen. But if you have a few of them that do end up registering, because most of them do, we've got, 48 registered, or maybe whenever it went out last week, it was 43 or 44 people. We'll do Sarah, we're going to do the best that we can for you, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Tina with Dream Seat, I'm unmuting you. Tina, did you have a question? There we go. Tina? It looks like you've muted yourself, Tina. I've tried to unmute you. Okay, Tina, you're unmuted. Okay.
Tina, just email us your question, if you will.
Okay. I don't see any other questions right now.
Really, guys, I mean, if you read all those documents that we sent, and apologize ahead of time here that, I mean, we have to cover all the bases, but if you read everything like you should, then everything's in there. There's not anything that really, that's major that's not been addressed.
Mm-hmm. Right, and each of us will help you with the, the ticky details. Something I did mention earlier, Tara has sent out information for you about shipping, and that also touches on your display, because there's a packet, an exhibitor packet of forms that you need to fill out, and includes the credit card authorization and some additional paperwork, just so that the hotel sees and recognizes you as a vendor that will be at the event, and that they can expect a shipment from. So, but we'll walk you through all of that. And Sarah, did you have another question? Sarah, did you have another question?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys. Well, we're here. I'm gone next week. I'm at an ad retreat with corporate and some franchisees. So, but Deb's around, and then after that, we're not planning on. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'll be here in my office, and so will Deb and the rest of the TGFA ladies. So we're available to answer any questions. And just so you know, I put it in one of the emails, but you all are a stakeholder in the TGFA, and we appreciate your being involved with us. And the franchisees understand this and know this too. And I apologize ahead of time, but some of them don't, whatever they end up doing. But most of them are always very complimentary, and they love these sessions. And I will tell you that I know I can't tell you how many times Ilya Garcia has told me that he makes his purchasing decisions at the owners conference in these free sessions. So, and he's a gym owner of 6 gyms, and probably more to come too. But just know that we do care about you guys, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
We are very much.
Get some big hugs here.
Yes.
Is that Andy?
Yes. Looking forward to seeing you all.
Yes.
We love
Been too
you.
long.
I'm so excited, Hubbard.
Yes.
So,
We're
We're
very
all
excited to be
that
back
Ginger
in.
will be there this year.
yeah.
Ginger's back.
I'm
Yes.
back.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Anything else? I don't see anybody else's hand. All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks so much for participating. And like I said, email us if you didn't want to raise your hand and comment today.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.